Hello everyone and welcome to the Jenn Sheelen podcast. I am Jenn of jennsheelen.com and this is episode 45 and I have some new designs to show you. I want to talk about some Vogue knitting live. I know that was like a month ago, but I've been a little sick and I've had some roadblocks that have kept me from filming. Legit, even though I promised I was going to stay on the schedule. But I'm back. And I'm here with some noise. They're actually tearing down a house next door, so I'm gonna hope that in recording this, it doesn't pick up that noise too badly. If you do hear it and it's a little distracting, I apologize, but I was determined, hell-bent determined to film today. Woke up and 7 a.m. they were already started. I'm like, damn it. So I'm gonna try to work through it. Okay. What is today? Today is, it's a Monday, so that's even harder to film on. It's Monday, February 25th of 2019, and I have pictures of my co-hosts that'll have popped in or in my little intro there for you. My little Stanley the turtle, my Doug the dog, and little Miss Chelsea Bean. Doug the dog is actually laying in the hallway nearby. I'm surprised he didn't come running in. He might, since every time I start talking, usually he'll come. Be like, ooh, she's filming. Usually I get cookies. Okay, you can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and you can find me on various forms of social media. I'm on Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr, as well as Google Hangouts for virtual knit nights. And I have a Jenn Sheelen Ravelry group as well. Come on over and join me there. I talk about, the group talks about what they're knitting. I announce test knitting that's going on in there. I announce new yarns in there. And lots of other stuff, as well as knit-alongs and prizes and all the good things. So come on over and join me there. Okay, so the podcast I want to quickly talk about is, now you guys know that I'm really into true crime. So there's a new one I've been listening to called Serial Killers by Parcast. And it was really good. I just like the energy of it. I like the storytelling of it, and the stories they tell are fascinating. So I highly recommend checking that out. Okay, selfish knitting. All right, so I've had these done for a really long time. At least I thought done. I had them in the project bag with the remaining yarn because now I'm making shorty socks with the remaining yarn. I did not realize I did not weave in my ends. So to me, that's not done, but they're done. So I'm gonna call them a faux. These are my Zalberball socks. Look it, how pretty. How pretty are these? Oh my goodness, how fun! These were super fun to knit. I loved seeing the colors come along. Like, it's a self-striping, but like with big thick stripes and a lot going on. So I was really I really enjoyed knitting these socks. So I'm gonna make a shorty pair since I seem to have plenty left over for that. Worst case scenario, I could pop in a different heel and or toes if I need to. But I'm pretty sure I have enough. If not, I can make gift socks out of them because I have big feet. Then I have my What Lies Within socks, and they're by my girl, Cozy Cute Knits. Drink. And again, thought these were done. Did not weave in the ends. Shame on me. They've been sitting in that bag this whole time, and I totally could have done it. You know, when I have zero brain power left at the end of the day, it's usually when I do something like this, where it's like weave in your ends then because you can't even think to knit. But didn't realize I hadn't finished them. These came out. So fun. Look at how this yarn striped. I mean, it did like a spirally thing, like the snake coiling around, right? Love these so much. Love, love, love. Love. So yeah, I'll weave in those ends. Maybe I'll pop them in tonight. We'll see. Now that I know and I've shamed myself enough, I should probably pop them in. I'm like, you called them finished. They're not finished. I mean, really. All right, so that's it for my faux. Now, I talked about how I'm making shorty socks for them, so they're in my whips. I do have a lot more whips, but they're gonna come along towards the end of this episode because it's new designs. Such good stuff. So we'll get to that. Oh my goodness, you guys, I've been busy. So even though I've been sick and I've had like all these roadblocks going on, I got the Vogue knitting plague, by the way, which lasted 2 weeks. 2 weeks of being horribly sick. It was awful. and I heard a lot of people got it too. So that was one big thing that held me back from filming. And then of course with my chronic pain issues and all that, that kind of went into the next 2 weeks. So I'm like, really? Come on. I want to film, damn it. Come on. I'm on a schedule. But yeah, so the Vogue knitting plague is really what set me back. It was bad, but it was so worth it because holy mackerel, was Vogue knitting live amazeballs. It was amazing. Oh, it was crowded and crazy to get around, but it was so worth it to brave that just for all the experiences that we had when we were there. It was just amazing, amazing. But anyway, I digress. I've been busy, even though I've been sick. I have been getting some knitting done, even though I wasn't able to film. And I think this is my first time wearing my peepers for filming. These are new, and I wear contacts, and I have another pair of glasses, but I never wore them because they were rimless and they were little, and I just felt, I was so used to contacts, I felt like I couldn't see properly out of them. Like my peripheral vision, forget it. And I'm a klutz, I need to be able to see. Just know. So I got these, and I really like them. Like, I'm enjoying them. They're hurting the back of my ears a little bit. I'm still getting used to that because I'm wearing them a lot, but I'm enjoying them. Sidetracking. All right, and I swear, like 10 minutes ago, I was exhausted. All of a sudden, that adrenaline just kicked in. Okay, so let's get on to beverage of choice. And I am breaking the rules. I am drinking beer out of a wine glass, but I have a reason. Well, I have two. One, break the rules. Why not? And two, it's because it's in a pun glass. It's probably going to be easier to see on the box. But I got this at the Adirondack Yarns booth at Vogue Knitting Live. Sheet-faced, you get it? See, it's harder to see it on the screen there, but sheet-faced. Of course I had to use this glass to drink my beer, so cheers. And what am I drinking? So what am I drinking? I am drinking lot number 6, and this is their double IPA. So this is Evolution Craft Brewing. So lot number 6 is their double IPA. And it's really good. It's 8.5%, which I can already feel. I've only had a few sips and I haven't eaten a lot. So I'm like, ooh, that was a mistake. We'll be sipping that. But this is a really good beer. I enjoy this. It's one of those rich flavored ones. Like it's got the bitter, but it's really rich and all that. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like all kinds of IPAs. I don't like really super, super bitter. Like, especially for the singles, but like, I like a good citrusy IPA as well as like a good full-bodied bitter one too, like medium bitter, but bitter and rich and yummy. I mean, I'm into both kinds of IPAs. I've been leaning towards citrusy ones lately, but I'll tell you, damn, this is good. Ooh. Okay. Let's move on to what I'm styling. I'm styling a lot. So I am styling, you guys, if you follow me on social media, you've probably seen about 8 billion pictures of this shawl because I'm obsessed with it. This is my Rustic Elegance shawl. It's my brand new design, which is out now. Yay! So the pattern is available on my website, jennsheelen.com, or in my Ravelry store. And I am in love with it. And you could tell I'm wearing it a lot because I already need to block it again. Like my little points are coming out. But this is the version that I did. And I think I've even shown this version too. It's the one that I did in my gray gradients. So this is all my yarn in my Embrace base, which is a 100% merino wool. And this is my kitten whiskers, steely eyed, and your elephantastic. Elephantastic? I know. Let me show you. Even if I've shown it before, I will show it again because again, obsessed. I'm obsessed with this knit. I want to knit 100 of them. I was so happy with this knit and how it came out, and I just really enjoyed it. It's a super simple lace. It keeps you engaged enough, but it isn't like, it's not going to make your head explode. And that's what I just really liked about it. I mean, oh, and I like, as soon as I came up with the design, I'm like, I have to do that in gray gradients, like for reals. And that's why I dyed up the other darker gray too, to go with kitten whiskers and to go with steely eyed. I'm like, I need to make that happen because yes. What else I'm styling? And now what booth did I get this at? Did I write it down? Yes, I did. So my Knitting is Sexy shirt, which I wore to our local brewery, Article 15, the other day, as I was helping them out and being a little hostess. This is the shirt that I wore. People's reactions were classic. But I bought this booth at Test Designer Yarns at Vogue Knitting Live. And she had a couple of other options too, which I don't remember them offhand, but this was by far my favorite. And then what else I'm wearing from Oink Pigments is their little yarn skeins. They're actually yarn. I'd pull them out, but I had a hell of a time popping them in my ears. And it's not the earring, it's my fault. And I love them. Love them. And what else did I get from her? I actually, from Oink Pigments, I got a little mini while I was there as well. See? So fun. I fell in love with these. I'm like, I wanted to buy like all of the pairs so I'd have different colors to go with different outfits. And that's how much I love them. They're so fun. And they're super light. Like I don't even know they're there. Love. So fun. This cracks me up. This sure cracks me up. And like walking around the brewery with it. And I had my knitting with me while I was there too. It was hilarious. Does not take much to entertain me. We know this. All right, I'm gonna keep this off because I'm now starting to get a little warm. Next up, showing off. Oh, you guys. Oh my goodness. I do have a lot to show off, but I bet I could breeze through it pretty quick because I'm doing pretty good on time. I am gonna take a sip. And with this beer, holy mackerel. The longer I go, I will be sheep-faced. All right, showing off. Oh my goodness, I gotta show this one first, this Manos. I've been calling this the Yarn Baby. It is 3 skeins of yarn all put together as one, and it actually came with a pattern. And it's called Gradient, and it's from Jocelyn Tunney. I don't know if you actually pronounce the E at the end. If you do, please correct me. If it's Gradiente or if it's Gradient. Oh, do you see this yarn? I'm obsessed with it. I want to design around it. I don't know quite yet what I'm gonna do. I have some ideas in my head, and it's like, you just want to pet it. So yeah, it's been the Yarn Baby. It just all of a sudden that popped in my head, and that's all I've been calling it, is the Yarn Baby. Love it. Love it. The yarn in their booth. You could have just squished all day. I can't even. So what else did I get? Ooh, so this was also at Adirondack. And this is their Spirited Fibers. Let me pull all of those out. And these I got from the owner to design with. I'm super excited, and thank you to her for these. These were gifted. I got Bruised Knee, Pistachio, and Graphite. Well, let's do it this way. Oh my goodness. Ooh, they do go together. So I'm gonna design with these. And she was super nice, stopped by the booth and it, talked about being a designer and all that. And she's like, do you want to, work together and all that and get some yarn? I'm like, okay. Oh my goodness, super nice. So if you guys have any ideas of what you would like to see out of this, let me know. A shawl, perhaps? What shape? Lace? No lace? Texture? What do you want to see? I would love to know. Same for this one. Totally. What else did I get? Oh, Eternity Ranch Knits. So she's another one that I'm going to work with to do some designing, and I was gifted this one. It's her Deadpool colorway, which I love. I'm a huge Deadpool fan. I have not seen the second one, but it's finally on the movie channel, so I'm like, yes. Oh, I didn't talk about the what was in the Spirited Fibers. Which one is this one? Merino wool and nylon. And these are merino wool and nylon as well. Oh, this one actually has tencel in it. The Deadpool one does. Ooh. Which I have actually never, I've spun with tencel, but I've never bought yarn with it already in it. Like, already spun up and done and ready to knit. Very curious about that. It's yummy and squishy. So that was the one. And the other one I got from her is Beetlejuice. How fun is that colorway? I mean, come on. Oh my goodness. I feel like that needs to be socks. I want to do socks out of that. So fun. And then for this one, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see? I kind of feel like I want to do, I was thinking a 1 skein shawl, but now I'm kind of leaning towards socks for these too. I don't know. What do you want to see out of this? Do we know? So much yarn. So much yarn. And it was funny. When we first got there, I was with my partner in crime, Colleen, and she's of Whimsical Handicraft, so the two of us went. And we're like, I was kind of a conservative shopper a bit in the beginning, and then we're both like, we needed a break. Like, it was just, so we went and had a couple glasses of wine and a snack. And funny, when we went back to go shopping, I was like, cha-ching, 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 buy all the yarn. It's funny how that works. It's like, oh, kind of loosened my wallet up a bit. But worth it, because I bought pretty things. I'm pretty sure that's when I bought the yarn baby, was after the wine. Not that it would have taken the wine to get me to buy that, because, oh my God. All right, what else did I get? Dragonfly. Let's pull out dragonfly fibers. Nope, that's not you. There it is. So this is dragonfly fibers, and this is, I'm going to say it's Jinny. So it's D-J-I-N-N-I, and I'm pretty sure it's pronounced with the J, not the D in this one. Or is it Dinny or Jinny? I'm going to need somebody to correct me on that too. So this is, the colorway is called Garment District. Ooh, and this is their Merino Cashmere Nylon mix. So nice. Oh my goodness, how fun is that? And look at, what's kind of weird too, is you'll see it, you're going to see a theme. So I'm going to show you that. Oh my goodness. Dragonfly. And then what's my next one? I'll show you this one next instead. This is my Miss Babs yarn that I got. I haven't bought her yarn. I've been gifted her yarn, but I've never bought it myself before. So it was really, I was like, the last time I had a chance to, it was at Rhinebeck, and the line was like ridiculous. I'm like, all right, I'll have another time. So this is her Yummy 2-ply fingering. Oh my goodness. Superwash Merino. And what is the colorway on this guy? Almost Paradise, and it's falling apart on me because I've been playing with it. How pretty is that? But are we sensing a theme here? I mean, they're different, but they're kind of the same jewel tones. I don't know what, these are colors I don't normally buy, but they called to me while I was there. I don't know what was up with me. But I mean, these are different, but still kind of like the greens and the yellows and the oranges. Like, I don't usually buy those colors. I don't know what was up with me, but I was just drawn to them. Well, which is good, because I want to branch out and get, instead of just my plain grays or purples and blues, I want to get other colors. So it was good for me to do that. It was just, I was buying all the same color while I was at one place, which I just thought was so funny. And I didn't realize it till I went to look at my my haul later. It was the funniest thing. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't even know. This one I was on the hunt for. So this was all over Instagram, it's all over Facebook, and oh my God, it's stuck. It's stuck on the zipper. Whew. Price is verted. Destination Yarns, their Brooklyn colorway, and this is their Merino Nylon and Stellina. So I didn't realize I had the Stellina as an option until I got to the booth. You guys, this yarn, obsessed. I was obsessed with it. I'm like, I was on a mission to find that booth, and I needed to have it in my life. Seriously, her yarns are gorgeous. I love them, and she's been posting some new ones lately too, and I'm like, stop it! I'm a dyer, and it doesn't matter. I'm like, oh my God, I need those yarns in my life. It's so funny how we do that. So pretty. Obsessed. This one, I feel like this might go on a shawl. Like, I don't know, because it can go with one of my grays, and I have a blue that would go really pretty with that. I don't even have it over here. Let's see. Look at my little stash, which is dwindling. I need to do some dyeing, guys. So that might go with that blue in there. This one might be too dark. Yeah, it's too dark. This one might go. And then look with my gray. Do I have a gray down? I don't think I do. I do, sort of. It was one I had already used. But like, maybe I have a darker gray in there. Was not planning on doing this, but inspiration struck. Ooh. Maybe? No, that might be too dark now. Maybe the medium is better. Or even my kitten whiskers. I don't know. Oh, I know we'll go with this. Oh. Maybe. That one might be a little dark. My wine colors might go with that really well. I don't even know. I don't even know. I have all of these. I can't even. Like, the possibilities are endless. I have knit with Are You Nuts like a billion times, so I really shouldn't choose that. No. Well, it's interesting. Kind of leaning towards the gray. See, I lean towards grays and all that, but they're just so pretty. Ugh, I can't. So I don't know. The darker one, it could be just looking on the camera funny, so I might just play with that more. But I don't know. Which ones do you think? Impromptu stash dive. Well, store dive. We shall see. Ooh, sorry, Anne. Okay, but anyway, back to showing off. else did I have here? Miss Babs, I just showed you destination yarns and oh, my T-Rex pins. Oh my god. These are so funny. These were also, so I got the Miss Babs yarn at the Stephen B booth and I had a chance to talk to him for a little bit. Oh my goodness. And if you follow me on social media, go check out my Instagram account. It's all, everybody says all of them are Jenn Sheelen. And you can see who I got to meet. I got to bump into Kristen from Full and Vine. I got to see Franklin Abbott, oh my god. Stephen B, Stephen West. I mean, it was just amazing to see all these designers. And I'm pretty sure I was standing right next to Andrew Mallory and said hi, but I wasn't 100% positive. I'm like, glasses, no glasses. I don't know. You know when you kind of know their face, like faces of these designers, and you see them in person, and you're like, and I'm usually not too shy to ask, but in that moment, I was just like, I walked away later, and I was like, crap, I bet I know that was probably her. Like, you dummy, why didn't you ask who she was? Again, I'm not that shy. Like, I'm pretty good about not being too shy anymore about asking, but it was just that moment kind of lost. So hopefully I'll get another opportunity to meet her and say hello. I'm sure I will with going to all these yarn events, but it was just like I lost that particular moment, and I'm like, oh. T-Rex pins, Stephen B booth. Circle back to that. Look at them. I'm a huge T-Rex fan. Love them. They're hilarious. T-Rex now and then. I know. So much fun stuff. So much fun stuff. And that was it from my haul. Did pretty good. I mean, I got a decent amount of yarn here. This is, whew. I was like, don't total it. When I got home, I'm like, don't think about it. You got all good purchases. You're gonna do some designing, all good stuff. All good stuff. And like at Rhinebeck, I didn't buy anything. Like, I was really so overwhelmed. And I mean, this place was huge too, and it was overwhelmed as well, but I think it was just like I had particular booths in mind, and there was other things going on. Like, it was just different. And then there was wine involved. Whereas Rhinebeck, there was no booze involved. So that does change things a bit. They need to have like beer trucks there. That would change things. That would be like seriously a game changer. Everybody would go home like super broke. Okay. Moving on, giveaways. I apologize, you guys. So the last time I filmed, I said you can win a Jenn Sheelen pattern and then I would have a thread up in my group, and I failed to put the thread up in my group. It is up there now, I promise. People have already started to enter. So if you would like to win one of my patterns, pop on over to the group and tell me which is your favorite pattern and what color or colors you would like to knit it in. And you can win a free pattern. And before I film the next time, I will draw a winner. I was looking at my group and I'm like, where's the thread? It happens. It's okay. And then, okay. Knit reading and knit watching, go on over to my show notes on jennsheelen.com and you can see what I was knit reading. I have not been doing a lot of knit reading lately because I've been doing a lot of pattern knitting. Right, with a little bit more complicated lace. So that was not happening. There was no knit reading to be had. So there's been more knit watching. Yeah. I am finally starting to try to get into Doctor Who. I was struggling in the beginning, I'm going to be honest. I know there's like this huge following for Doctor Who, but the first few episodes I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But I'm getting into it. I'm getting into the story. I'm getting into, like, there was a scary episode with a little kid and a mask and a gas mask and blood. And that was a little creepy, so I'm getting there. So I'm continuing on my mission to keep watching Doctor Who, and I can appreciate the humor in it. I love how quick he is and all that, so I'm trying to get into it. That's my main thing that I've been trying to knit watch is Doctor Who. I'm pretty sure that's on Prime. I just did a search on my Fire Stick and it found it, but I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime if you want to get into it along with me. Okay. Last up, what's up with all the things? I'm going to take a sip before I keep going. Because phew. Okay. I've been designing, you guys, so many things. So this lovely that Anne is right here, you can kind of see her modeling, is one of my latest designs. This is my latest shawl design. And this is high tea with jam crumpets. And it is in test mode now. Oh my goodness, you guys. How pretty is that? This is another one I'm obsessed with and want to knit like a billion versions of it. This is another thing, I just want to break the rules. I just want to, you do not have to just use 2 colors with this. And it's the same repeat going all the way through, which I love. It makes it's a complicated lace though. It's a little bit trickier than my regular patterns. But once you get into it, you get it. There's a couple of like tricky rows where you're like, you really want to pay attention, especially because there are pattern on both sides. So wrong side and right side, there's pattern. So it makes the chart a little busier to read, and it's like worth it because I'm just like, and it's drapey and yummy, and I love this shawl so much. And I want to see it like 3 colors. I want to see it in 4 colors. I want to see it where you take 2 sections and make it the same color. Like this, you can just do whatever you want with this pattern, and I love that. And you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. It's very easy to adjust all on your own. There's no math involved in doing it, which is great. You just need to make sure you have enough yarn to do it, but that's it. So yeah, love this. And this I knit, this was gift yarn, or at least part of it. Actually, it was both gift yarn from my aunt for Christmas. So I've circled back to my Christmas gifts that I told you I still had to show off. And this is Townhouse Yarns in their Wicked colorway. And this is Malabrigo sock in Velvet Grapes. So pretty, so pretty. Obsessed, obsessed, love, love, love. And my aunt gave me other ones too. She gave me, let's see, what was this one? This is also Townhouse in their Clarendon sock, and this is Pori. I have a couple of those. So pretty, so pretty. What? Man down. Sorry, Colleen. I dropped my picture. It's okay. I have to have Frank Sheelen hang that, seriously. That I got, is this the, nope, that was from Naomi. I have a gray too from Malabrigo that I have to find, but I'll show that on the next episode because I planned on showing more of my Christmas gifts then. My next design is my Hint of Sophistication socks, or are my Hint of Sophistication socks. And I actually finished this one this morning, so I was able to show it off on this episode. Oh my goodness, let me get it a little more even here. Love, love, love these socks so much. So it's basically the same. So you get two of the repeat on the top of the sock. It's little cables there, so you have cables on either side, and you have a nice cable going down the middle. Love this. They're squishy and yummy, and oh my goodness, this is out of Woolen Rabbit yarn in their Lucent base, and it's Claribeau is the colorway. I look at this. I did a standard heel, so I did this pattern. I really wanted to write these out for if it's a beginner knitter who probably knows cables but has never knit a sock. I wanted to give as many instructions as possible, but keep it simple. So I was like, all right, if you're a knitter who's made a billion socks and you have your own heel preference, you can go for it. You can knit whatever heel you want. You don't have to knit the standard heel that I included. It really is. It's just a standard heel flap, gusset, easy peasy. But so I included that, and I really broke out the instructions. So if somebody new to socks came along, they'd hopefully be able to follow them. These are going into test mode now, so we'll find out. But I wanted to keep them included. And I broke out everything. Instead of saying for like the heel, knit to gap, for the rest, blah, 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 for turning the heel, I gave you all the stitches and what to do, and the stitch count that you'll have. I did that for the toe too, for decreasing. I did it for the whole toe, told you what to do. So this row you decrease, there you knit, here's the amount of stitches you're gonna have, boom, boom, boom. I broke it all out, and I tried to keep it so it's not crazy busy, but it gave the detail, like me, I was trying to remember me as a beginner knitter, what I would look for. And that was it. Like when I was told to knit to the gap, I would get nervous. I'm like, in crowd, I was like, wait, I'd be like, wait, did I do it? And then I'd forget, and then I'd have to pull back. It was just so nice to just have the number of stitches that I was supposed to do for every single row and be able to check that off to know that I did it properly. Especially, it's been years since I've knit a standard heel. I've knit the Afterthought heel for, I can't even tell you how long. So it was really hard to do that. And I did it for double points as well as magic loop, because there is a bit of a difference between the two, just with how you set up your heel and then how you decrease when you have it. So I was like, I haven't knit with double points in even longer than I've knit a standard heel. So I really had to do some homework and concentrate with writing this to make sure I got it out. So it's been with my editor and she scrubbed it, which was great. And I didn't get too much red, which I was like, yay. And so I have that all written out. So it's going into test mode now, and I am actually looking for test knitters. So if you were interested in trying my Hint of Sophistication socks, email me at jenn@jennsheelen.com or contact me through the website or comment below, and I will get you the pattern to test knit for me. I do have a magic loop person. I am looking for somebody who knits with double points. I really, really need to have somebody try that part of the pattern out as well as the heel too, because I need to know like that's set up properly. So I need double points and the heel for a test knitter. So if you can reach out to me and you'd like to do it, that would be awesome. Oh my god, these are so squishy. This yarn is just like delicious. Yeah, I treated myself with this. I was like, oh, it's got cashmere and all that in it. Yeah, this is I think it's 20% cashmere in these, and then merino and nylon. Yeah, love that. And I think, is that all I have to show you guys? No, it's not. Speaking of my high tea with Jam Scones shawl and how I want to knit it in a billion versions, I'm actually trying to knit it I am knitting it in a lace version. And I don't know if this will be a separate pattern or if I'll eventually edit the pattern, how I'm going to work that. But, oh my goodness. So this is more of my gift yarn from my aunt. And this I've actually shown you before. This was a birthday gift. It's Townhouse Yarns in their lace. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness. This is going to be like so drapey and yummy and perfect for like the spring. Oh, even the summer on a chilly night. You can put that with a sundress. So excited for that. And the colorways are Petrol and Wings Are Made to Fly. Petrol is that bluey color. And then the variegated is the Wings Are Made to Fly. Obsessed with knitting it. I'm obsessed with knitting it. Love it. I want to do it in like a gradient. I can't even. Now that's it. Then, oh my god, didn't show you my little ditty bag from Vogue Knitting Live too. Didn't pop that in my notes. Okay, now that's officially it. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you'll come back and join me again next episode. Happy knitting, guys. Bye.